What's happening, guys? Ken Kaplan here from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and I believe this bike needs no introduction, but I'll give it one anyways. This is the one, the only, the Honda Valkyrie Rune. Extremely rare production model. There's a lot of videos on YouTube with the history of this bike that you can watch, and I'll give you a quick summary of it. Well, this was a technological marvel made by Honda to show the world not only were they dominant in the motorcycle racing arena, but they could also build the baddest ass custom motorcycle ever to roll on two wheels. That was their goal, and they accomplished it with this bike. This is somewhat of a cult classic now. These bikes are regularly bringing far north of $20,000 for one in this condition. In fact, ones new in the crate are going for $40,000 or more. We just sold one that was ridden earlier this year that had been repainted and had a different headlight on it. Wasn't stock. That one sold for $15,500. That's on the lower end of the value of these bikes. And why are they so valuable? Well, Honda claims that these bikes cost them over $100,000 each to produce, and they sold them for under $30,000. So they lost money on everyone. Why would a company do that? Well, they wanted these out on the road. They wanted to get them over the curb and on the road and show the world what Honda was capable of building from the massive gas tank. And when I say massive, I've not seen a gas tank this side on a traditional production motorcycle ever before. And it was also set up with a solo seat, massive rear fender, LED lights. The exhaust is something of a technological marvel. They're short. They have 3 exit ports on each side, a total of 6 to match the engine, which is a horizontally opposed 6-cylinder, fuel-injected masterpiece, liquid-cooled, designed as a derivative of the original Goldwing motor. This is the 1600cc Goldwing motor, which is regularly known to go for over 250,000 miles. They took it, they put hot air cams in it, free-flowing exhaust, hopped it up a little bit. It's 118 horsepower in this massive, beautiful machine. The color is a candy black cherry red. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Candy black cherry red. The front end is a technological marvel. The rims are stunning. The headlight is a work of art. Truly a bike whose style stood the test of time. This bike's 15 years old. It's a 2004. Good luck finding a nicer one. Unless you find one in a crate, you're not going to. This had 1,988 miles on it. The owner of this motorcycle is or was a collector. Unfortunately, he passed away. We purchased the bike from his estate. He had a large collection of Hondas. You might have seen the video last week that I did when I picked the bike up. It even has the original sticker on here for your protection. Always wear your operating helmet, proving that's the original factory paint job. The bike, it has a new battery in it, and it is absolutely ready to go. Cross country today, roll it back into the museum, bring it to a bike show. There's nowhere you'll go that this bike won't meet your requirements. Massive gas tank. I think you can get about 300 miles out of a tank of gas on this bike. Huge twin spar aluminum frame. Just a beautiful technological marvel. The last video that I did, I got to test ride the last Rune. I wish I could have bought this one out. Snowstorm outside. It's a week before Christmas, so it's not getting ridden until springtime. I'm not taking this out on the salty roads. But take a look closely. You'll see massive disc brake in the back. That's, I think, a 14-inch Nissan disc brake. The front has twin Nissan calipers with massive discs on it. The stopping power, the handling, the single shock rear suspension, the massive rear fender can only be one bike, the Honda Rune. So if you have any questions about this stunning classic, call us 860-454-7024. Want to add a couple things, Kenny?
Guys, when Honda brought out the Rune, they put out the most outrageous advertisement program for it. It's about a 5-minute program that I'm going to link in the eBay auction here, and it's something that none of the other manufacturers have done on a project like this. Go do your research on the Honda Rune model, world renowned. Honda set out to produce, I believe, 1,500 of these bikes. Some guys are saying they've produced as little as 523. I don't think that's true. There's VINs that have been recorded over the 1,000 model mark, but there's a guarantee that Honda produced no more than 1,500 of these models. That makes it one of the rarest production motorcycles by Honda, I think, ever, or close to it, unless we're talking about homologation race bikes.
You know, seeing how they lost $75,000 per bike, I can see why they wouldn't want to make too many of them. But in any event, if they knew that they'd be worth $40,000 each today, they would have made a few more and kept them in the crate. So in any event, look at the chrome on the handlebars. Everything on this bike is like you'd expect on a $60,000 custom motorcycle. Everything's chrome. It's got the onboard security system. It's got the beautiful chrome inlay on the tank. The front end's layered in deep, bright work. The chrome, the twin shocks, just a stunning piece. Braided stainless lines. Now this bike is 100% stock original Honda. Everything on this bike is away left the factory floor. This bike is on a, if you're judging bikes 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 as 1 being the best, this is absolutely a #1 bike. If it's 1 to 10 with 10 the highest number, this is the highest number you can get. This is as good as it gets unless you find one in the crate. And you know, I'd rather have this one, if I'm going to ride it, I'd rather have this one than one in the crate, because if it's been sitting in the crate for 15 years, then things start drying up, gaskets and seals, and they ship them from the factory with a little gas, so it's probably like it's a turpentine chunk in the tank by the time any shipping fuel was in there. So, and of course the original antifreeze should be changed by that point. So I'd rather have a bike like this that was carefully maintained, washed and waxed. Heck, Junior and I have pulled a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson out of the crate expecting perfection, and we were appalled to see that the aluminum was all pitted on it. I'm not sure how that happens. It wasn't shipped overseas, but the aluminum on the forks was all pitted. So new just means never even used. So like I said, if you're going to ride the bike, you want one that's been ridden regularly, and all the seals and gaskets and rings and everything are well lubricated, and the tires don't have flat spats on it because it's been ridden. It's been ridden, but sparingly, about 150 miles a year. So, in my opinion, this is the nicest color of the Rune. I took a bunch of photos I posted on our Facebook pages. The turn signals, or the original turn signals, are works of art. Just a stunning piece. I mean, I could keep going, but Junior will put a couple links to a couple other videos about the bike, other than the one we have here. Again, wish I could ride it, but I can't. It's going up in the museum, second floor, third floor. It'll be on, third floor. It'll be on display until Christmas or whenever the new owner picks it up. So if you want to leave it here, please do. We'd love to keep it here at the museum. You can write this off as part of your retirement account through your IRA. They're considered, classic motorcycles are considered an investment. In Connecticut, it's 15 years. So this just makes the cut. So Junior, you can wrap it up. I'm going to ride this out. So good luck bidding on it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and God bless America.
Ship the bike anywhere in the domestic states inexpensively. Message us your zip code for a quote. Fully insured, insurance claims with no deductible. Ship it internationally inexpensively. I have brokers who will handle customs clearance as well as all the paperwork.
Buttery smooth transmission, hallmark of a Honda. Perfection.
Thanks for watching this far, guys. Good luck bidding, and God bless America.